today I wanted to do a fall eye look using drugstore products. I already primed my eyes and set my eyes. I used my Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Light. Love this drugstore product. It is my favorite drugstore product. It is a full coverage concealer and it has a thicker consistency, which I love. So I use that, and then I set my eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, and I use the shade, this is the shade 05, which is fair, so this is the lightest shade. So I set my eye with that. So now I'm going to do the other eye, and then we will jump into the rest of my fall face. So for the eyeshadow, I am using the Rimmel Magnify Eyes Spice Edition palette. This was $7.98 in Walmart, so this is a very affordable eyeshadow palette, and all the shades in here I feel like are very fall-like, so that is why I gravitated towards this palette. And I'm going to put that into the crease, or the, I don't even know what it's called. I'm just gonna go over it again just because I like to intensify things. Moving on, I'm going to take my Morphe M513 brush, and I'm going to pick up this orangey brown shade right here. And I'm going to apply that on the outer V of my eye, the outer portion. And I'm just going to dab it on first, just to get the color in there, and then I'm going to blend it forward into the crease. And then just blending. Now going back in with my Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Light, and I'm going to cut my crease. And to do that, I'm going to just use a regular concealer brush. So I am just going to stamp that on there. I'm now going to take a Sigma E55 brush and pick up the shade right here, which is like this khaki color, with that dark orange shade right here. I'm just going to go over where the outer V is, just to kind of blend it so there's not that harsh jump of a line there. Okay, now I'm going to line my eyes. To do that, I'm using the Revlon Color Stay Liquid Liner. And I will be right back because I'm going to apply a falsie. For mascara, I use the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal. This is my favorite drugstore mascara. And then for lashes, I use the Kiss Flirty Lashes. I'm going to prime with the Morphe Equalizer Primer. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. That foundation is medium to full coverage, so I like a very full coverage foundation. So I did 2 coats of it. So I went over my face once with a beauty blender, and then dabbed more on top. Before concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio, my beauty blender, and just go underneath my eyes. Again, this is a very full coverage concealer, but I like a lot of coverage, so I will probably end up doing 2 coats of this as well. I'm going to take my setting brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to jump to brows and then come back to my face. I'm going to go back and finish our eye look with the Revlon Color Stay eyeliner in Black Brown. I love a good brown eyeliner in my waterline. And then I'm also going to do it a little bit underneath just to create a little bit of a smoky moment. Moving on to brows. So I usually in the fall like to do a pencil, and then I will use a pomade just because a pomade is more intense and kind of makes them pop more, and also it helps keep them lasting throughout the day. I had to buy a new NYX pencil and I ran out. I'm going to be using some Rimmel powder to outline my brows. I'm also just filling in the tails a little bit with the powder. Then I'm going to take my NYX eyebrow pomade in the shade Medium. and fill in the tails. Now just taking a spoolie and going through the back of the brow to the front of the brow. This just disperses the product nicely. To contour, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Medium Beige. Put a dab there and just use my brush to blend it out. Some here on my nose. I'm going to take my Luxie 512 brush and start from the top and just kind of work it into my skin. Okay, I'm going to set my complete face with, again, the Maybelline Fit Me Powder in Fair and just kind of brush it all over the place. Again, just setting everything in place. I'm now going to take the Fit Me Poreless Powder in number 365 Nutmeg. This is one of my favorite bronzers from the drugstore, and I'm just going to go over where we contour to enhance it a little more. Ah, I have a pimple and it hurts. Just bronze that little pimple up. Make it beautiful. For blush, I'm taking the Wet n Wild Nudist Society, and I'm just putting that, oh, that's really peachy, all over my cheekies. Moving on to highlight. I'm actually just going to make it simple and use one already in the palette. I'm going to use this really light white shade right here. Take my highlighting brush and I'm going to dip it in there, kind of pop some in the middle of my forehead. I like a little on my chin because I'm weird. And then I am going to put that on my cheeks as well. For lip liner, I'm using L'Oreal Paris Color Rich Matte Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Mating Call. Now for the liquid lip, I'm going to take the Milani Matte Satin in the shade Lavish. So yeah, guys, that's the final look. If you loved this look, make sure you hit the subscription button as well as the bell icon so you can be updated every time I upload a video and you can join part of my fam. And yeah, I will see you guys all very soon in my next video where I make a disaster of myself. Bye, guys.